Before I tell y'all how Usopp will ruin Emu's plan, I want to say I don't believe Emu's actually a girl. I believe all the teasing Emu in the final villain actually being a girl is really for when he finally reveals Blackbeard's sisters. They're supposed to be very beautiful, and that's why they want Boa's fruit on Amazon Lily, and that's why they said they've been eyeing it for quite a while. Okay, so how will Usopp save the land of Elbaf? So Usopp has been prophesied the Wooden Hammer ever since Arlong Park against Chu. He also used one against Mr. Ford and Miss Merry Christmas. He pulled one out when he fought Perona, and he also used one in Dressrosa as well. Then we finally get to Elbaf and get introduced to Loki's giant hammer, Ragnar. Going back to Arlong Park, Usopp tells an interesting lie after he shoots the man marked, Arlong. He called himself the Demon King, and he repeats his iconic 8,000 man line. He also told another lie in Wano about him having conquered Saki. In this fight against Sugar and Perona, which are both supposed to represent some type of immortal princess or queen, Usopp scares them so bad they both pass out with foam at their mouth and pure white eyes, very similar to Kagesaki. Also in these arcs, Usopp ruined Morio's and Doflamingo's army. Doflamingo, the celestial dragon, hated Usopp so much that he decided to give him a bounty way higher than everybody else. In the beginning of Elbaf, we see Luffy checking Usopp, telling him that he could have beaten the cat line if he was just calm enough, possibly foreshadowing him learning how to use Kagesaki correctly in Elbaf. To be fair, Usopp's not the only person who can't use or is not using Saki correctly. Most of the shards can't use Saki, and the ones who do still don't fully understand it or can't use it correctly as well. Going back to beginning of Elbaf, we also see Nami crying out for help. She calls out for Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji. Then she says she'll even settle for Usopp, meaning that she'll take any help that she could get and not really believing in Usopp. Because why would she? In Wano, when she was about to get her skull cracked open by OT and when she needed help the most, Usopp couldn't do anything to help her. All he could do was tell her to lie to keep herself alive. But she couldn't even do that, so making him completely useless. So what is Emu's plan? Emu wants to have the Elbaf giant warriors army on his side for the final war and needs them under his control to have them cooperate. Emu is trying to achieve this by using Domiversi on the giant warriors and having the Elbaf children as hostages. And also plans on taking the children back to the Holy Land by ship because they're unable to take them back through the summoning circle. Going back to Egghead, when Saturn summoned the Gorosei, they were sent back by the end of the arc by Emif with Joboy's Haki. The Holy Knights came to Elbaf from the circle as well, so it's possible with enough Haki we could send them back too. But for Emu, the top 6 people in the verse used all their strongest attacks on him at the same time and didn't even leave a scratch. So how is the Haki-less Straw Hats gonna take down Emu? I believe Zoro and Sanji are gonna match up with Killingham and Summers, while Usopp and everybody else are gonna match up with Emu. I also don't believe Loki's gonna be much help in this fight because of Shamrock. Loki said himself the attack Shamrock used was even too much for him to handle. And Luffy also took out Loki in one punch. Gert also said it might take several months just for him to recover. So I believe Emu's gonna beat Usopp and eventually everyone else and succeed with their plans of taking over all the giant warriors, having all of Elbaf under their control, as the Elbaf children set far off to marry Jawar. Nami's gonna see this and completely give up and cry and lose all hope as she watched the Elbaf children sail far off from the island. Then Usopp is gonna ruin Emu's plan by using his same sniper skills to shoot down the sails of the ships and stopping them from leaving the island, saving the children of Elbaf, proving Nami wrong and becoming the only hero she needed. Then Usopp is going to ruin Emu's plan even more by beating them at their own game and overthrowing their demon army of giants on his side, officially becoming the Demon King. Then Usopp is going to lift up Loki's giant hammer Ragnar and slam it on Emu's head, sending Emu and the Holy Knights back to the Holy Land, saving the land of Elbaf and becoming Elbaf's greatest warrior, Usopp. So Nami's gonna realize not even Luffy's enough to win this battle. That's why she was panicking and so mad at Jinbei because she couldn't believe Gunko beat them all even with Jinbei. She's gonna have the same realization with Luffy, but Usopp is gonna step up and prove to her that he's the only one that can save them. Please read the description for a deep analyze of Usopp, and you want to know the true reason why Usopp is the only one that can save Elbaf. Rocks D Xebec was the one who stole Harold's family treasure before he went to God Valley. So, in the beginning of the flashback, Rocks mentions that he needed 2 fruits. Then Kato asks Rocks why can't they just go take the fruit and force Harold to obey them. Rocks checks Kato by kicking him in his face and telling him he would never do that because Harold's his friend. Then we get to God Valley and Kato sneaks Big Mom and steals her fruit. And Big Mom is Kato's best friend, so why would he do that? He does this because he's seen Rocks, his captain, steal his fruit from his best friend, which is Harold. and that's the reason why Kaido acted like that on God Valley. Also, when Rocks and Hero fought, there was a narrator box saying they wouldn't meet again until that fateful incident. They haven't met yet. Then Saturn says something entirely brand new was gonna be birthed on this island. Nothing happened. When Garland killed Rocks, the sky split and lightning came out of it. When Kaido killed Luffy and he awakens, he asks him,
"Who are you? Are you still Straw Hat?"